At what age should Dexter cattle be bred? We're going to talk about it right now on Dexter Ranch. Hey guys, welcome back to Dexter Ranch. So at what age do Dexter cattle have the ability to be bred? And what age should we allow them to be bred? First, we'll go over at what age they have the ability to be bred, and then we'll get into when we should actually allow them to be bred. The Dexter cattle breed sexually matures quicker than a lot of other breeds do. This, coupled with their smaller size, can fool us into thinking that they're not able to get pregnant at a time that they actually can. You will see Dexter calves mounting each other at as young as a month old. Girls will mount boys, boys will mount boys, and obviously boys will mount girls. This is not at all sexually related at this age. It's a dominance game. They're trying to establish a pecking order. It's completely normal and nothing to worry yourself with. But at 5 to 6 months of age, we have to start paying attention. Although in my experience, the likelihood of successful breeding happening at this age is pretty low, everything can be in place for it to happen at this age in the Dexter breed. Starting at 6 months of age, the bulls should either be separated or castrated if you don't want them breeding. And also starting at 6 months of age, if at all possible, it's best practice to separate the heifers from the bulls as well. But what if your infrastructure is not quite set up well enough yet to keep them separated? I know a little bit about this because I'm still kind of in that situation. From what I've seen, it really depends on the size of your bull and the size of the heifer in question as to whether there's any real danger in her being bred. If the bull is full grown at 1,000 pounds plus, and the heifer is 6 months of age at say 350 pounds, then there's probably not any real danger there. But if the heifer has grown quickly and weighs say 500 or 600 pounds and could handle a full grown bull on her back, then the possibility exists of it happening at that point. For example, baby here is 8 months old, but she's so small at about 350 pounds that I'm not worried about Heath breeding her at this point. On top of that, I watch closely and she hasn't had her first heat cycle yet, so I'm not too concerned about them staying together right now. In my experience so far, I haven't had a heifer be bred really young. Generally, if they're small enough in size, they'll run from the bull and not allow him to mount them. That should, for the most part, answer when they have the actual ability to be bred. Now let's talk about when we should allow them to be bred. For young bulls, there's really no danger or downside that I can see in allowing them to try as early as they want, if you intend on this bull becoming your herd sire. But they typically will not become dependable and be able to cover an entire herd until they reach 12 to 15 months of age. With heifers, the literature says that they should be between 15 to 18 months of age before being bred. And I think generally that's a pretty good rule of thumb. I have allowed them to be bred as early as 12 months, and that's also worked out okay for me. As long as the heifer has reached 70% of her full grown weight, generally things tend to work themselves out. With those heifers that were bred at 12 months, the only thing worth noting about their pregnancy was that their calves were noticeably smaller. Here are 2 calves that were born from first-time heifers that were bred at 12 months. They are currently about a month and a half old and just a little bit larger than what some of the older cows' calves are at birth. Smaller birth weight should be expected in first-time heifers regardless the age that they're bred. But these calves are even smaller, I believe, because the heifers were bred a little bit early. Now, this shouldn't have any effect on them reaching the typical Dexter size at maturity. If you're interested in following along with these calves' progress, make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I intend to give updates on them from time to time. Guys, having healthy calves on their own without complication is just one of many things that Dexter cattle do extremely well. If there is a mistake and you have a heifer bred too early, don't freak out. It happens. All you need to do is call your vet and they can send you home with a simple injection that will cancel the pregnancy. Hopefully this has answered most or all of your questions when it comes to when should we breed our Dexter cattle. If you have more questions or comments, make sure you leave them below. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to Dexter Ranch. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.